Mic check. Mic check. Is this working, girl? Is this working? Oh, everyone gather in, gather in, gather in. Yo. Marcus, did you come on yet? Okay, I'm assuming this is working. Let's see. My resident tester is not responding. Okay. Hello? Okay. Okay, the sound on here sucks. But I'm gonna have to do it. All right, I'm live. So we'll let folks come in here. Hello, everyone. Also, happy Pride. Okay. Welcome. So I'll do these every now and then, if the spirit allows. Um, and it's just so I can test this out, because I'm gonna have a lot of uh, live and video engagements coming soon. So this is the best way that I've found to test technology like this out. So apologies if it's janky. Like, I'm trying to get into it because I'm sick of having to wait on people to test it. I'm like, well, why don't I do it myself? So here we are. But welcome. My name is Bacardi Obama. Definitely follow me at everything Bacardi Obama. Also, I'll be doing little travel tips, because I know it may seem daunting to just try to figure out, where to go and how to get there, as well as like all these little secrets and tips of the trade that like a lot of folks use. And when people tell you they have like a million airline miles, you always wonder how did you get that other than getting a credit card. So I'm learning how to navigate all that and get through all that. So I want to be able to pass this off to you all. Um, Matter of fact, I just came off of a Zoom session to learn about that. It was a 3-day thing, and um, we were supposed to do one on Friday night, but there was technical difficulty, so they moved it to today. So I'm like, oh, perfect. I need to go and uh, show all the things I got for Pride. But yeah, so happy Pride to everyone. Now, if you're not familiar with Pride or if you've never been to a Pride, because I even meet a lot of gay people who have never been to a Pride event, and I'm like, why? It was fun, and especially like if you're not in the community, it's a great time, and especially a great time to just honor and revering who you are, and not have to hide for anybody or not have to hide for nobody. So yeah, that's the cool thing about Pride. It's not just for the LGBT community, but anyone can go and fellowship with folks as long as you respect the space, of course. But yeah, it's fun. So I go to Prides everywhere. I go, like, the first Pride I ever went to was in Atlanta, which is pretty much the perfect place to go to Pride because they have a huge Pride down there. But I've been to Prides in Oakland, California. I've been to Prides in Dallas. I've been to Prides in St. Petersburg, Florida. Where else did I go to Pride? DC, Baltimore. And this is my first time at Pride in Philly. So shout out to my homeboy Marcus who let me stay at his house. And also we went out to eat one night, and I'll show you what that plate looked like because we ordered a lot of food. But yeah, I wanted to show y'all Pride and give everyone who's never been to Pride just kind of a little 1-2 about what to expect. So walking into it, I didn't know what to expect because I'm thinking, okay, I know Philly does Pride, but I don't know if it's, kind of like a whitewashed corporate Pride like most of these Prides I go to. I didn't know if it was going to be like completely ratchet. I didn't know if it was going to be tiny, if it wasn't going to do much. I didn't know what to expect. So I literally went, and it was fun. Now, it could be daunting just because if you're in a big city like Philly, it's usually like a lot more people than you're expecting versus like a small place like, say, I don't know, like somewhere in like Bristol, Tennessee, somewhere. So it's a different thing. But I'll show some pictures that I took and some video that I took. But yeah, like a lot of clubs will use Pride as like their way to bring people in and to do things that they normally wouldn't do. So, for example, this is a flyer for one of the gay bars down in the neighborhood of Philly, called Woody's, and they had like all this entertainment. They had the block party. They're gonna have like an after hours, and then there was an outdoor stage for the after hours. Um, so it was like an elevated experience versus you just going to the club and you waiting in line for however long to get to the club. Like they had everything outside, and this is pretty much the case for a lot of the spots in Philly because the Philly is such a compact city and it's so dense that you really don't have room like you do in a lot of cities. Like DC Pride is this weekend, so you know if you've been to DC, they have wide streets and they have like all of these. They have a lot more space than Philly, so you could do a lot more with that. Which is probably the reason why they didn't really have a parade. And I was like, because I kept seeing like a lot of these flyers of come to the parade, and I'm like, well, when is the parade? So they didn't have a parade per se, and this is one of the special things about Philly's Pride because their streets are so tight, you can't really move floats through it. And I'm like, huh, all right. So now they did have, and I'll go to the next one. They did have a marching band come through. Here's another one for one of the after hours there. And then there's another one for another bar. And oh, quick PTA. If you're watching this right now, SEPTA is in dire needs for money, as well as all the other transit systems in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Please, if you're able to go to a rally in Harrisburg at the state capitol on Wednesday, June the 4th, please do so. We need as much, they need as much help as they can get. Oh yeah, and this is Philadelphia City Hall at night. It's a really good place to get pictures. This is one of the bars. This was U Bar. So if you can see, it's a big bar with a glittery penis at the top of it. That's me. So this was one of the scenes. So like I said, they don't necessarily have a parade per se, but they use the wider streets to do things like this. So if you saw some of the things in the beginning, like before like the weekend, they brought like a really huge rainbow flag on the Rocky Steps. And they kind of showcased it as kind of like the kickoff the Pride. So this was cool, and they brought that over here to where everything was. So and if I haven't seen like it's similar to like other festivals to where they block off the streets. So of course they got like trash trucks and the police vehicles to block off the streets. So everyone it was essentially one big block party. One big giant block party, and on every different block you had something different. So you had like families on this block, so if you wanted to celebrate Pride with your kids and people in your family, you had a block for them which had like a playground and things to do whatever. If you're on the spectrum, if you don't like really big loud noises, there was a place where you can go, and it's kind of softer music. It's not like big loud music like it was on every other block. So like I like that they kind of mixed it up and didn't make it just one big thing. So that was nice. So this is kind of where the marching band lined up. So they were I think they were right in front of like a Dunkin' Donuts, and they lined up and they had a band just playing all kinds of music. And then on the other side, like where all those people are, there. Oh no, hold on. This is breakfast, or this is when we went out to eat. We usually eating good. So our friend Marcus found this place near where he was getting his car serviced. And if you're in Marcus, you're in the comments, sound off on it. Yeah, we ate all that food, and I ate all that food until the next day. So this is the marching band. So that was nice. I think it's another video. I think I just walked through. So You'll see random folks there. If it apply. So generally, that's what Pride looks like. Like you have a whole bunch of tents with vendors giving out things because they want to capitalize on all the gays that are coming out and saying, "Hey, come spend money with me. Come use us. We're gay friendly." They want to do all that and pander to you, whatever. Take the things. Okay, Marcus, I see you. What up, Marcus? Um, so yeah, and then of course, like on the side, like I'll play the video again. Um, you've got vendors like selling fans and umbrellas and little tchotchkes, like with paint little tchotchkes. And then like you see over there, they got a DJ right outside of their business. And mind you, like it's random business doing this. I see you, but I don't hear anything. You don't hear me? Hold on. Hello. What about now? Don't make me think I just did this whole video and I ain't been saying nothing. Let me test this again. Hello. Okay, you heard music, so you heard that. But you don't hear me? Okay, you hear me now. Okay, got you. Just want to make sure it works. All right, so I'm not I'm not just talking to myself. All right, but yeah, that was so. I don't know how much of that you caught, but this is like a sample of just walking through Pride. So see on the right side, I mean the left side, you got guys, and usually these guys have like carts, and I don't know where they get all this stuff from, but they'll be selling fans, they'll be selling handkerchiefs, they'll be selling these little umbrellas, they'll be selling like all these pride flags, like anything they'll be uh running up and down the street just trying to sell them to people. Um Pride is a huge money making opportunity. If you're a big company or if you're just a small independent business, as shown in this video, you making this money. And of course, whoever this has this business over here, and I forget what street we're on. I think it's Walnut. Um, this, of course, this is the perfect time for you to promote your business or whatever because you're right there in the street in the middle of everything. So, of course, like a lot of these businesses will either have like walkthroughs where you can go through, or they'll have like a DJ outside playing music to try to get the crowd pumped. So yeah, it keeps the energy going, and you'll see later videos. It really gets turned up later. Yeah, so yeah, that's one of the streets. Now, mind you, this was like early on. This was like maybe a little after 11 a.m. So it was essentially who came out to the thing. Um, like a lot of people were still setting up, so it was great for you to come early because you can get like first dibs on everything, and you're not having to rush and fight all these hordes of people because you'll see later it really got packed. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Don't think too much, just bust that stick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Disco, give it to us. Disco, 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 So this was one of the main stages that they had. So they had like main stages set up at like almost every other quadrant of the whole space that they blocked off. So this was one of them where they had like a drag performance, and then they had some rock bands come through. But as you can see, like everyone's crowded around and just getting into it, and they had like these big giant speakers, just blaring music, and like you had to fight. You had to fight your way to get through there. That was one thing. Like if you come to Pride, and especially in some of these prides, you better pack your patience with being around a whole bunch of people, or it taking longer than usual to get anywhere, or if you're trying to eat, like it taking longer than usual to get food. Like that is my tip for anyone who's never been to Pride is you got to pack patience, but also pack things like water, snacks, um, like if you need anything because you're gonna be there, like I don't know. Usually I'm there all day. Like I was there all day. Like there was maybe a few times where I left and I went to do something else because I went to an open house, and then I also went to put my stuff on the bus. Uh, so, but other than that, I was out just running around. That's why my feet hurt. So that's me. So I was running around. Yeah, I was on Walnut. Um, Also, events like this are dog friendly, so everyone had their dogs out. You can just run around with your dog, and because it's such a lovely, warm environment, everyone's gonna want to pet your dog. So yeah, the dogs were all dressed up. And there's another uh, dance corner over here, and I think this is yeah. So that was one dance corner. So this was over by Locust, so I was on the same street. But yeah, see, once again, somebody else is selling Pride merch. They're everywhere. You can't escape them. But I mean, if you if you've never known where to go get pride things, like if you've never known where to get a flag, where to get anything else, this is the perfect place to go get it. Because either somebody's giving it away for free or you can buy it off somebody. But yeah. Now, one of the interesting things about Philly was that, like I said before, like it's a really dense city. So you don't have like these wide streets like DC or Chicago. So you had to kind of compact everything into any of the alleys. So this is an alley right by U Bar. So if you go all the way down to the alley, there's like two other gay bars over there. So it was literally just one continuous alley full of just people just standing around drinking. And then like if you went further down over by X Bar, which is one of my new favorite places, I love that spot. They had a DJ out and there was just music was just going on. But yeah, this was the scene everywhere. And it was really unique because I've always liked Philly's alleyways, like they're really beautiful. So it was such a different thing to see, like just people in it. That is where the turn up. This is one of the spots where the turn up happened.
Now that's what I'm talking about. He can't even hold the water bottle up. That thing thinking.
When I tell you, like all the ratchetness was here, and I live for it. Like, and that's the thing. Like with Pride, like you got like all of the like good. You had some good DJ. You had some really great DJs, and you had some DJs that really should have tried harder. But yeah, it's just a fun atmosphere. Everybody's dancing, everybody's like letting loose, everybody got their weed and everybody got their bottles. When I tell you people were walking around with bottles of Don Julio and it's like all these like it is ratchet. Like and like as far as like security concerns, like somebody asked me about like do people seem worried or like hey, it's a large event. Of course, I'm going to have concerns about what if something happens, but it was heavily secured. There was nothing but Philly cops everywhere, and especially like the security, like they were in red shirts, so they weren't letting people in that were bringing in drinks from the outside like that were visible. Um, and you know they kept it to where they weren't doing too much, but they also weren't you know like being so restrictive. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like the party was so loud. And this is another spot. Um, what is this? Oh, this is in front of this is in front of Woody's. So Woody's is like the big mega gay club in the gay club. Now this was around like 4 p.m. This is how big the crowds were. Like the crowds, like the longer we got into the day, the crowd, the more the crowds grew. So that was it. And then this was a building over by it's all lit up in rainbow colors. So yeah, and that was Pride. So yeah, like I said, it's fun, especially if you've never been before. Like it's a really amazing time. I also advise you to go to prides in other cities, like I did with Philly. Like it was only like an hour Amtrak ride up. I just went up for the weekend, and especially because my homeboy lives up there, so I'm like, yeah, like it's fun to go to other cities and enjoy their pride, and especially like to get into different things. So like if Philly had different DJs that don't really play like certain kinds of music, um, then it's fun to go up there. But I also wanted to unpack my stuff because I got a whole bunch of things from. Um, so this is one thing I'm supposed to give to Marcus. This was the uh, flyer I got from State Representative Ben Waxman. So y'all know him. Apparently, he is a friend of Marta. I mean, not Marta, SEPTA. So I'll bring that later. But like I said, that's an opportunity for like if you're running for office and you want to get the gay vote, you go to Pride. So All right, let's start with the general things. And this is more of a traveling tip if you do go to another city for Pride, or if you do want to go to Pride, or you want to rack up on things. This is what you need to look for. So, but I got a drawstring bag, which is something they will give out a lot. Is these drawstring bags. So this is from Vive Healthcare. They like a big healthcare company. I ain't gonna go in too much into some of these businesses because they ain't pay me a dime to talk about them. So, but yeah, drawstring bags, they're really helpful because this one actually has a zipper, so you can put things inside it. Um, and this is good, like if you're traveling or if you going to school and you need extra bags, or if you're going to like the park or something. This is good to have. Um, Also, they gave out fans, so this is good to have. Um, because if you want to do like any kind of event afterwards, you can literally just use this and then print something out and put it on there. So that was nice. Um, Now I found this funny. There were dispensaries out there. So of course the dispensaries are from New Jersey because Pennsylvania is once again one of those places that are just weird on things. So they have not legalized recreational cannabis. But I spun the wheel after I what was it? I found a burn book. It had a burn book. Um, so after I did this and I spun it, one of the prizes was that you won a free pre-roll. Now, the gag of this was they wanted you to go over and get the pre-roll. Now, this dispensary is in Camden, New Jersey. Now, it's not Camden, New Jersey, right by Patco. It's not Camden, New Jersey, right by the river line. It's Camden, New Jersey, like further out in it. And I'm like, I'm about to go all the way over here, and hopefully they weren't expecting me to go same day. So, whatever. Next time I'm up there, I'll probably go get it. But I make no promises. Um, they also gave me a bag. So it's a little plastic, like it's a reusable bag. So that was fun. Try these are helpful to go do like little small things like you need to go through. Got another drawstring bag. Um, so now you can never have too many of those. One of my favorite spots was out there, Raising Canes. So I spun the wheel and I got a little bracelet from Raising Canes. So that was fun. Philadelphia Union, which is their soccer team, they gave me this. I spun the wheel, which I waited way too long in line for. And all I got was magnet, this magnet that you can hang up on your. Um, well, I'm putting it on my filing cabinet over here, but you can put on your refrigerator or whatever. Let's see what else I got in here. Of course, they give out hella condoms. So condoms. Let's see. I got some keychain. I have no clue what it goes. I think it's a keychain to the soccer team. Some stickers. I also got. Now I thought this was really cool. It's sunscreen lotion on a keychain with some lip balm. So this is really helpful, and especially because now it's really getting warm out, which the weather was absolutely beautiful. I think the high was 70. It was like a light breeze. Sometimes the breeze got a little too much, but it was beautiful. It couldn't ask for better weather. But no, this is absolutely helpful. They will give out a lot of these or hand sanitizers, which you will see soon. More condoms. Speaking of the devil, hand sanitizer. Now this is put in a way to where it's. I have zero clue how to use this. I don't know how to use this. Is it squeezable? I have no clue. Oh, that's it. Oh, I got a keychain from Raising Cane's. Shout out to Raising Cane's. Let's see. Oh, I went to the CBS station in Philly was there, and they gave me this. I call this a sweat rag, but it's essentially a little smaller towel. Got that. That is also useful for these now coming up warm summer months. Let's see. I got some shades. Let's see how they look. See that? So rainbow color. So it's really rainbow colored. Yeah, you'll get a lot of these too. Everybody's got shades. Oh, this is one of the big things I liked. Oh, it's a fanny pack. Now, this was the one thing I was really trying to go for. Because you can't go wrong with a fanny pack. Now, you have to may think it looks weird, but you know who's the weirdos? Y'all carrying everything in your pockets. So this has 1, 2, 3 places for zippers. So you can put so much stuff in here. And this is useful when you're going because you can put this over your shoulder like so. And you can adjust these and you can have like an over the strap thing type situation. And you can put so much stuff in here. You can put your hand sanitizers in here, your lip balm. You can put anything in here. Like you can put a flask in here if you wanted to, and then just go by your way. So this was really helpful, and I'm gonna be finding these at every Pride event. I'm going to DC this upcoming weekend. I'll be in Baltimore the weekend after, and I'm sure AFRAM they're gonna have some things to hand out. But yeah, those are really helpful. So shout out to whoever gave me that. Now it's another thing that everybody gives out are fans. Like, because everybody now wants to capitalize on the fans. So, but these aren't the ones you whack. These are the ones that you literally just open up and it cools you off. So this is one of the fans that they gave out. So it's very, very demure. So let's see. Now, a fan I did actually purchase. I will show you. Now, this is the one you whack. So I brought a fan out there, but when I saw this, I had to get it. Let's see. All right. Now, this is the fan you whack. And this is the fan you also go to the balls with. So it says shade. I had to have that because I love hearing something shady and it was like, oh. So this is fun. I'm going to have so much fun carrying this around places. So the shade fan. I'll be fine. I might bring that to DC. More hand sanitizer. So this is actually in a bottle. I got more glasses, more sunglasses. And these are actually really nice. So you see, it's very nice color. Very funny. I might also take that to DC with me. Let's see what's we got. So we got some little thing here with stickers. And look what's in here. condom and lube, and it says one. If you ever wanted to know how to do it, step one, condom. Step two, lube. Step three, smiley face. That's cute. So uh, oh, I also got another one of these bags. Now, this is what I really wanted to unpack. I thought this was one of the coolest tchotchkes ever because all these stadiums are not letting you in with bags that unless they're see-through like this. So this was absolutely beautiful and came in such this really comes in handy. So it's a small little backpack, but it's like one of those backpacks you used to get in school, but it's clear so you can go to places and they're not gonna go and search through your bags, they can see right through it. It has two pockets, so you can put anything. Like I got some earbuds in here, so you can put them in here and keep on trucking. You could put a couple, or if you want to go to the bathhouse and you don't want to take a whole bunch of things, you can just put them in here. Um, yeah, but this is like a really cute little bag. Now this I'm absolutely taking with me to DC. I think this is fun to just carry around. Or if you want to look cute, you can carry it around on your back. Yeah. Yeah. Also got another bag. So this is like a little like a tiny grocery bag, not a big one, but like a tiny one. They also had like this bag. So this was kind of like almost like a beach bag almost. So this was really nice. And of course, um, they gave you nothing but candy. Like everybody got candy. So I got a whole bunch of candy. I got a Reese's Piece. I got some Airheads. I got some peppermints. Ooh, I had a Dum Dum, which I haven't had in forever. So I got a Dum Dum. Um, I got some strawberry Laffy Taffies. These, I used to be, I used to go up for these. I got the green ones. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, that show was my ooh. Um, Human Resource Center. They were out and they gave away free stickers. And of course they want to tell you about the good work that they're doing down at the Human Resource Center. I also got a Raising Cane's coupon. So present this card between 10 p.m. and closing, or I guess 10 p.m. closing. I don't know. Does Raising Cane's stay open later than 10 p.m. where y'all live? Let me know. I've always been interested in the late night functions. But I also got a keychain. This says on your next late night visit and receive, wait, present this card between 10 p.m. and closing. Oh, now I really need to find. Okay, a free combo of equal or lesser value with the purchase of a combo. So it's buy one, get one free. Uh, and it's at any participating Greater Philadelphia restaurant. So it's got to be somewhere in the Philly area. But yeah. Cool. But yeah, that was all of my Pride stuff. So like I said, it's fun to go to Pride. It's an amazing place. Um, it's I like going. It's fun. Like it's just a place for you to be free and no judgmental zone. Like it's fun. So if you're interested, go. It's a fun time. But yeah. So shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone who had a hand in making this possible. I may come on next week and do an unpacking of all my stuff from DC Pride because DC's hosting World Pride, so it's going to be like a big to do. So yeah, let me know if y'all want me to do that. I'm absolutely prepared to do that now that I know how to set this up and to test all the sound for this. So yeah, let me know if y'all want me to do it for DC Pride. I can also do it for Baltimore Pride. I also can do it for AFRAM, which is a Black festival here in Baltimore. But yeah, and then of course, to my Atlanta folks, I will absolutely be to both Black Pride Labor Day weekend and regular Pride in October. So yeah, this doesn't just stop in June. I'm gonna be doing this everywhere. But yeah, salute to everybody. Thank you for joining. Please like, share, subscribe to this video, and follow me on all things Bacardi Obama. I'll continue to make this interesting. So yeah, thank you, and take it easy. See y'all.